No, but she really needs to, and I bet she would turn into Twilight McBitchpants at some point. Now,
there's
other ponies around. I'm sure she would be the fun.
No, wait. You need to read. Since everybody here has seen Equestria Girl, you need to read the Equestria Girl.
Where's my pick?
The Equestria Girl's Disgruntled letter.
Oh my god!
That was a gem.
By the way, you just fucked the pony.
Oh my god. So you guys already know the whole idea behind Disgruntled letters, correct?
Yeah.
Twilight's being.
And Twilight's a princess or a student of Celestia, studying friendship with Ponyville, and she's not happy about it.
Nope, because Celestia's pet bird is a dick too.
The running joke here is that, you know, after the whole Friendship is Magic, that two-parter in season 1, she's basically like, all right, you know what, Celestia, I'm disowning you. I'm not your student anymore, but I'm gonna write you every week, showing you how right I am that you suck.
And
so
Spike
she gets
is fax machine.
Yeah, Spike is the fax machine. That's a running joke. Yeah. The other running joke is that as it goes on, she gets increasingly sexually frustrated.
Yep, because especially in the Look Before You Sleep.
Dear Princess Celestia, you sure know how to put on a princess summit. First, make everyone come up north instead of going to the center of the country. Then have a grand entrance for me, complete with a trumpet fanfare, and then proceed to tell everybody to go to bed 30 seconds later. What was the summit for anyway? Am I finally going to get a proper place to rule over instead of the kingdom of suck? Also, thank you so much for putting Rainbow Dash and Applejack together in the same room. Thank you for making it right next to mine. All they did was rail each other all night. I couldn't get to sleep because I couldn't control my wing boner. I knew I was out of luck because Fax Machine wouldn't be able to get me off either. Useless dragon.
Hey!
I've also got to hand it to Cadence on the fabulous security she has here. I mean, we've got every single ruler of Equestria sleeping under one roof, and there's only one guard patrolling the halls. I'd hate to see what would happen if some pony stuck in under a cardboard box or something.
Hufflepuff! You know what I'm talking about.
So, after I finally get to sleep, some pony sneaks in and takes my crown right off the nightstand, replacing it with one of these cardboard ones from the Hay King Philly meals. He probably would have gotten away with it if Fax Machine didn't sprawl out over the edges of his bed. So we give chase, and I manage to tackle her at a dead end. Except it's not a dead end. The crown goes through the mirror, and the thief promptly goes after it. Instead of following her and solving this thing right away, I had to first go get you to find out what the hell was going on. So hold on a minute. Let's back the fuck up here. This thief, Sunset Shimmer, was your student right before me? I'm just sloppy seconds? And instead of running off to some backwater town of Hicks when she finally gets sick of your shit, she crosses over into an alternate plane of existence? What did I think of that?
Because Twilight's not the smart one.
So, now I have to go after her, because no pony had the foresight to make a useless replica of my crown strictly for ceremonial purposes. And I have to go alone, of course. I can't force my friends along in case I need a meat shield or two. Nope, we have to be careful not to upset the balance of this other world. Doesn't any pony want to screw up the balance of another realm just once?
I do.
Just to see what happens?
I want to go screw up the balance of another realm.
That's what's wrong with all of you. You have no sense of fun when it comes to interdimensional crises. So, I go through the mirror portal, and because my slave conditioning worked so well that he has no purpose without his mistress, Spike follows me shortly after. When I come to, I discover that Spike has turned into a dog, and I have transformed into a hornless, wingless, magicless, purple-skinned, bipedal, anorexic marketing ploy. What the fuck? After testing the integrity of the doors with my face, I head inside and discover that the portal has dropped me off at a school. It doesn't take long to discern that this Canterlot High is an alternate plane of Equestria. There's even been a dictator running this school for over a millennium. No doubt after wrestling control away from the marching band director and turning into Stoneham.
Discord is the music director.
The first of my anthropomorphized friends I run into is Fluttershy, who managed to take the crown and give it to Principal Celestia before Sunset Shimmer returned. After visiting with the principal, I realized I would need to compete for the title of Princess of the Fall Formal, and who is in charge of signing people up? Why, Pinkie Pie, of course. Yeah, their names are exactly the same, so either this world is a direct parallel of Equestria, or humans are as screwed up at naming as we ponies are. Pinkie gave me a clipboard to fill out for the competition. Did you know she has pens stashed all over the school in case of pen emergencies? Then,
I mean, hold it past her.
Then, Applejack and her brother come in with the cider for the formal. If it is anything like her cider in Equestria, then this school has a serious problem. From talking with some of them, I begin to realize that there is some obvious tension between these versions of my friends. But in order to secure votes for Princess, I can't worry about them. So in order to blend in better, I head to the library to find out more about their society. That was an adventure all its own. The books were alright and tasted pretty good too, but once I found this place called the Internet, there are very few words to describe the horrors I discovered.
So that's where the porn song came from.
For example, did you know in this world there are adults who watch cartoons for little girls? How twisted is that? I bet there are even some freaks out there that sexualize it for their pleasure. And don't even get me started on these pages called social networking sites. It enables even the stupidest, most uninformed people to spread their worthless, meaningless opinions. I even gave Spike's mechanical counterpart in this world a try. Sure, it was a little bright, not to mention considerably bigger, but at least it didn't talk back. I don't have to keep it fed either. I'm totally taking this thing back through the portal. So, I'm at that all day, and then I realized that I didn't have a place to stay for the night. But, for once, it seemed the fax machine actually managed to accomplish something. Perhaps because he feared for his single purpose in life. Then, there were no security cameras, and the physical security was even more terrible than Cadence's. He constructed a bed made entirely of books. I then delved into a yearbook and realized that when they first came to school here, that my 5 friends were at one point friends with each other. What could have driven them apart? And more importantly, could I also emulate those conditions back in Equestria? But that's not the best part. That night, laying there alone, I discovered the best part of being a human. The things I could do with these fingers!
No!
They were so much better than hooves. When I get back home, I'm going to try to create a spell that gives me these babies every night. I will never need any pony again.
Just so she can play the piano.
Do it for the piano!
So, the
And
next...
then Lyra wants fingers too.
No kidding. So the next morning, I get up determined to pass as a popular human in high school. I figured it would be easy, just put out. Spike seemed surprised that I made a list and it was so unlike me. You're right, Spike. It is unlike me because I usually make you do it. But as I walked through the halls, all they did was laugh at me.
I was probably write the list, but she couldn't even write her name down on the last piece of paper.
Spike your tool.
I was clueless until Rarity dragged me into a classroom and attempted to disguise me to no avail. My other friends came in and recognized me instantly, much to Rarity's annoyance. Pinky showed me an online video showing Sunset narrating my admittedly humorous attempts at adapting to this new body. I could not believe she was starting to use political attack ads on me. Then, as they started arguing with each other again, I was able to break it up and determine that Sunset Shimmer had split my friends up, separated the student body into easily controlled cliques, which is how she remained intimidating and relatively unopposed. In short, that bitch is fucking brilliant! If she didn't steal from me, we'd probably be best friends. I wonder if she's any good in bed. But first I'd have to find out if she's a Philly fooler, or whatever they're called in this world. There was certainly no shortage of them on the internet, I'll tell you that much. So, we had to restore my image, but first I had a great idea for some potentially hilarious fun. Since we determined that Sunset Shimmer was behind all the feuds, Applejack and Rainbow included, I convinced AJ to make up. I figured this could end in one of 2 ways. One good, one bad, and both end up with the 2 of them rolling around on the field. So as they talked, I was honestly expecting bad outcome, cat fight on the soccer field, but then they hugged, so I figured we were headed towards good outcome, make up and make out. But then I realized this place was a perfect mirror of Equestria because they weren't romantically involved at all. Sucks, I was hoping for a show. But they just hugged and that was it. So before she agrees to help, Rainbow challenges me to a soccer game. I wish I had my magic because I would have totally kicked her ass. But it turns out she just wanted to test my determination. So then we go to some place called Starbucks. We didn't have to go far. Seriously, they're on every corner. After spilling my drink on that cutie Flash, Rarity reveals that he was Sunset's ex and had broken up with her several weeks prior. So I'm guessing she's not that great in bed. Oh, come on. Like it could be anything else. Guys only have their minds on one thing in this world. It's the exact same thing they have their minds on back home.
Food.
Still, if you wanted to get in bed with me, I probably wouldn't object. He does resemble Shining Armor after all.
Wait, what?
That's a different chapter.
Alrighty.
Which chapter is that one?
Both of the wedding episodes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So, we begin to debate on how to win the students over. Rarity sees this as a perfect opportunity to hawk some of her merchandise. She must make a killing at conventions. So, overnight, we planned, wrote, and choreographed the catchiest song ever. The next day, the cafeteria crowd absolutely ate it up. That damn song is going to be stuck in my head for hours.
Yes, it was.
So, Sunset's next move was to show off her amazing Photoshop skills, trying to make it look like I trashed the gym. Seriously, security cameras, they do wonders. Luckily, Flash was still trying to get in my skirt because he gathered evidence from the library trash, clearing my name. Unfortunately, because of the vandalism, the formal was bumped up to the night after the portal closed, so I panicked, making Flash think I rejected him. I go to my friends, revealing that I'm a namby-pamby pony princess. Well, actually, Pinky said all that. They were surprisingly cool with it. Honestly, it wasn't the way I would have revealed my true form. If I had it my way, I would have gotten Flash in bed, things would get hot and heavy, then when everything was said and done, I'd lean in close and whisper in his ear, "You just fucked a pony."
You wonder where that came from.
So, we go back to the gym, where Pinky laments about her lack of a party cannon. In hindsight, I probably could have gone back through the portal, gotten Pony Pinky's party cannon, and brought it to the gym.
Yeah, like we really need a party cannon.
So, after hitting Fluttershy in the head with a broom, we set to work.
It wasn't in the head, actually, it was on her back.
Pretty soon, we had half the school helping. Once we're all set up, Principal Celestia applauds us on saving the school's budget from cleanup costs. So on their way out, everyone casts their votes, and we all go to slut ourselves up. So the dance begins, and on my way in, Flash asks me again for a dance. He must really want some. I'll lead him on a bit, but I'm already in a relationship with my fingers. Everything goes smoothly. Eric, thank you. Everything goes
The
smoothly.
unspoken punchline.
Everything goes smoothly up until I'm given the crown and title of all formal princess. Snips and Snails proceed to snatch Spike and run outside, where Sunset is waiting by the portal with a sledgehammer. She demands the crown or threatens to smash the portal. I don't really see how that would have been possible. I think all she would have accomplished is cracking some pony's skull on the other side, which honestly would be hilarious.
Did you guys see what was everything wrong with Equestria Girls in 7 minutes where the sledgehammer would have gone through the portal like everything else?
No, I didn't. So, I figure I have two options. One, track down my human counterpart in this world, kill her and hide the body. I proceed to forget about Equestria and live life as a human. Two, rush Sunset and go through the portal, shattering the mirror on the other side. Ah, but then there's the hidden third option. Be a fucking hero, recklessly toss the crown around and accidentally throw it right to Sunset.
Yep.
She puts it on and transforms into a demon. Personally, I love that part. I'm not a monster, Twilight, she said. 2 minutes later, monster. She brainwashes the student body and reveals her true plan, to invade Equestria with a teenage army. Really? Because I'd love to watch her do that. She seriously thinks that 50 teenagers can help her conquer Equestria. I'm sure you and Luna have never encountered the unstoppable power of acne and body odor, so go ahead. I'll go get popcorn. If I were a true human, I'd be insulted. She wants to conquer another world instead of the human one? Guess what, bipeds? That means your world sucks pretty bad. But, then again, why should I let her carry out what would probably be remembered as the most hilarious attack on Equestria? Why not kick her bitch ass right now? Sure, you have teens and fireballs, but now behold the power of pony ears, horns, wings, and hair extensions. Wait, what? No horns? Oh, fuck that shit! I'd actually love to know what the Elements of Harmony actually do, because that's the second time in my memory where someone got blasted with it and then emerged in remorseful tears. Also, how do you control what they do? When you use them, they turn Sombra to Shadow, encase Discord in Stone, and shot your sister to the moon. When we've used them 2 times out of 3, we only manage to perform exorcisms. Is there a switch on this thing I'm not seeing? Do the elements do the judging themselves? Do they see if they can remove someone's bitterness and jealousy, and if not, then decides to unleash the rainbow butt sex laser? Anyways, I figured since the human counterparts to my friends were pretty much the same, that the greatest punishment would be to leave Sunset with them. So, now that we have 6 pony human hybrids and a demolished entrance to the school, guess what we do next? Fuck yeah, time to go back inside and finish the fucking dance. Let's boogie the night away and forget all about the fate of the world hanging in the balance there 5 minutes ago. When you get set to leave the dance, please watch your step, as there is a crater where the front walk used to be. After I say my goodbyes, I make my way back through the portal. Sunset, you are in for a world of hurt. When their government finds out what happened, they're going to abduct you and experiment to see if they can harness your demon powers for their military. All in the name of freedom and all that shit. So all in all, thanks for that little departure, Princess. It was nice to see a version of you where you didn't fool everyone into thinking you control night and day, although I did some research on the internet when I was there. Did you know there's something called religion? I'm gonna start making religions here in Equestria because it's pretty much the easiest way to start hilarious fights where absolutely nothing is accomplished.
Yep.
Your soon-to-be Jesus Pony former student, Princess Twilight Sparkle. P.S. Derpy.
Derpy?
Yes.
That was awesome.
Oh man. When did we first? Yeah, you were here when we were reading that. We could. I don't think it took us like 10 minutes to read that. We were laughing too hard.
I stopped several times. I was laughing too hard.
I was like, we could not make it through that without dying of laughter.
That's funny. I'm gonna stop the video for a moment.